Welcome back to another Technique Tuesday. I'm sure you're looking at this and going, what have I done this time? Well, today we are going to use a pen. It's called a ScoreMarker, and I got it off of Amazon. Looks like this. It's got two different tips on it. One they call a bullet tip, and then the other one has a brush on it. So you can see there's the bullet, and here's the brush. Be careful when you do this, because it literally is a brush with a little holder. What is this going to do? Well, this is actually going to allow you to give the illusion of burned wood, kind of like this. So let me show you how I did this. Let's start off. First of all, I used Cricut Vinyl and ran it through my Cricut machine. I picked two different patterns. One was just a leopard print, and then one was just a circle design. And I'll list the image numbers for you. Not sure if you know this, but you can actually search for an image in Cricut using the image number. Just in the main catalog, after you click images, there's a search bar, and you can type that image number in there and it will pull that one up for you. So I'll add both image numbers so that you can use these if you want to. So what are we going to do? We're going to start out with a piece of wood. We're going to sand it with 220 grit sandpaper so it comes out pretty smooth. We're going to take our pen. We're going to shake it. If this is the first time you've used it, if you're using the bullet end, make sure that you dab it down on some paper first so that it gets the tip soaked. Be careful with the other end, like I said, because if you open it upside down, it's just going to start pouring out and your hands will be purple for several days. Trust me on that one. So shake it. Then we're going to apply it. What I did was, after I cut out my stencil, I pressed it down really good on my wood piece. Now, this is a bigger design than I actually need, but that's okay. I can still use it, and it didn't shrink the image too much. So I can line that up. Well, not quite even close. Okay, let's do that. Close enough. I'm going to press down on the stencil material. Now this is called Stencil Vinyl, and Cricut has an option for the Stencil Vinyl material. I used it on the purple mat, and I just used it with the regular blade. Nothing fancy about it. So rub the stencil material down. Now one of these I'm going to use the bullet end, and the other one I'm going to use the brush end, so you can see the difference. So let's start here, and I'm going to find the direction of the grain, which goes this way, and I'm going to color in the stencil. Now be careful, because you don't want too much of this going up under the stencil. That's why we try to do a really good job of pressing it down. So I'm going to apply this and try not to drop it. And after we get this applied, then we're going to put heat to it. The heat gun works the best. The more heat you apply, the darker the wood burn look appears. So let me kind of hurry up and get this done. So far we've sanded this wood down, applied the Cricut stencil, colored in the stencil part, set that one down, and then I'm going to use the brush end for this one. So again, be careful how you open it. Purple hands are funny to try to explain. Leave that. And I'm just going to kind of paint this on. So, more heat you apply, the darker this gets. And my grain goes this way, so I'm going to try to follow that the best I can. After we've applied the heat to it, you'll be able to watch it in real time turn to a kind of a wood burned effect. After you've done that, you are going to seal it. Now, if you hear nothing else on this video, hear this. Remove the stencil material off of your wood before you put the heat gun to it. Otherwise, you melt your stencil material. You can reuse this, but if it's all melted, you can't. So, I'm going to gently pull this up. I'm going to put it on the backer that it came on. Oops, I missed a spot on this one. So let me just do it real quick. And these are just two of the wood blanks, basic wood shapes from my site. Let me pull that off. So, you remember nothing else. Remember to remove the stencil material. Let's turn this on. Hopefully it won't be too loud for you and you can watch it in real time. Oh, try not to prick your hands if you put it in your hand. Now, make sure you do keep your heat gun constantly moving. Don't want it to burn. There is a slight odor. It will smell like burning wood. So, just kind of be aware of that. It takes a few just seconds, and then you'll start to see it turn. So it's already gone from kind of a purple to a little bit of a brown. Oh, there it goes. And we have a wood burned effect. Kind of cool. You do the other one. Oh, also don't do it on your plastic mat because you will warm that up. Didn't think that one all the way through, did I? Okay, so this time I'll put it on another piece of wood. So don't melt your table. That's no fun. This one you can see where when I painted it, it kind of bled through. So I either didn't follow the grain or I didn't push the stencil down well enough. Now see that's starting to change. Again, more heat, darker. And if this was smell-o-vision, you could smell the light burning. Kind of a little bit like a campfire without the marshmallows. So I liked using the pen. It seemed to do a better job, but it also could have been that I didn't have the stencil pushed down far enough. Hope you've enjoyed today's lesson. Show me what you make.